Hi everyone, Grim here. Welcome to beginner series of Tarkov episode 2. Tarkov controls can be overwhelming, just like a cockpit of an airplane. To make this first flight of Tarkov less complicated, we'll be discussing the basic controls on controlling your character. This guide will be very informative for beginner players as well as intermediate players. You never know what you might learn sometimes, so stick around till the end. Minor disclaimer, I'll be focusing on discussing the controls that are most relevant for use in my opinion, so I have personally modified some key bindings to suit my preferences, but feel free to adjust them according to your comfort. So, we'll first begin the basic movement. As any sane man would, we have WASD keys for movement. If you're using arrow keys for movement, I hope God gives you strength. You can hold your caps lock and scroll to decrease your movement speed, but I would really not recommend this. Instead, you should just press caps lock and instantly decrease or increase your speed rather than pressing caps lock and scrolling to change between different speeds, as it could cause some hiccups to your movement speed. We have shifts for sprint, control for crouch, X for prone, space for jump. Recently in 0.14 they added vaulting system. This allows you to vault over decently sized objects. I have set vaulting to hold space, but you can change it as per your preferences. I have seen people use hold V to vault over objects, so do as you wish. As any game, we have leaning system. E to lean on right, Q to lean on left. I've seen people interchange these keys for leaning, so it's all up to you on how your playstyle is. Two of the most unique controls to Tarkov are smooth leaning and smooth crouching. Both of these features can be used for giving you that cheeky angle to drop people without exposing too much of your body. You can do smooth leaning right using Alt E, smooth leaning left using Alt Q. You can do smooth crouching by holding control and scrolling up and down. No matter if you're sprinting, walking, crouching or anything, you can tilt your head by holding middle mouse button. Pro tip, you can use this for clearing out different angles or doors while sprinting. This can be very useful on clearing different angles quickly, so you're not exposing yourself very slowly in different angles. For weapon control, we have right click to aim, left click to fire. I guess nobody can argue with that. You can check firing mode using Alt P. You can change firing mode using press B. There is also a keybind that allows you to change your gun to full auto directly by just pressing B. So select as you desire. To check how much ammo you have in your magazine, you can press Alt T. There is a different ammo level indicator for each status. From full, nearly full, about half, fewer than half, almost empty, and lastly, empty. Note that based on real life, in some situations, you might have a bullet in chamber even if the mag states that it's empty. We have a very unique system of reloading weapon in Tarkov. Single clicking R will reload your weapon with standard speed. For emergency reload, you can double click R with a slight boost of speed of reloading, but the negative side will be you'll drop that mag on the floor, as you can see, just like in real life. If you don't want to open your inventory and want to visually see which magazine you want to reload, you can hold R and there will be a drop down menu. In that, you can select your own specific magazine, but make sure that when you press R, you have the press type to release. You can toggle tactical devices on your weapon by pressing T. You can switch between different modes of that tactical device by pressing Ctrl T. I have a personal preference of using Ctrl T for switching tactical device mode, but you can choose as per your preference. You can change between sights by pressing mouse 3. You can change scope magnification by pressing mouse 4. This will be by default something else on the keyboard, but I would really recommend this to change it as per your preference. You can scroll wheel to switch between guns, but I would not recommend that. You can just simply use your number keys to switch between your guns. You can inspect your weapon by pressing L. A great tip for beginner would be changing the check chamber / fix malfunction to release L. So whenever you hold L, it will inspect the gun, and after that animation is complete, you can release that L, which allows you to fix that malfunction. If you want to change your scope elevation, you can press page up or down. This also means that when you do this, there will be a sound around your character. That means other people can hear it. It's not silent. You can hold your breath by aiming down at your sights and pressing Alt. Recently, they implemented shoulder transitioning. That means that you can transitioning your gun to left arm or right arm based on your needs. I would really recommend in this PvP situations as it allows you to expose less of your body. You can press V to equip a melee weapon. You can press double V to instantly attack rather than equipping the melee weapon first. I would just recommend removing the sidearm option and just directly key binding your sidearm quick swap, so you don't have to figure out whether you want the quick swap or the regular swap, as this will drastically improve your drawing time. You can equip a nade by pressing G, which will randomly select a nade from your tactical rig or your pockets. An alternative option to equip a nade would be by going into your inventory, point over whichever nade you want to equip, then press whichever number key that you desire, close your inventory, press the number key, and the character will equip that specific nade. You can upward throw that nade by pressing the left click, which will throw that nade much farther, or you can underhand that nade by pressing right click, which will throw that nade much closer to you. For the slots, I would really recommend just having all of them at release. So whenever you equip anything on this slots, for example a saliva, you assign it at number 4, you can hold number 4 and then you can do a scroll down or scroll up. This will allow you to select specific parts of your limb on where to heal. This is really helpful as it allows you to prioritize a specific part of your body, for example thorax or head, which are the most crucial part to heal when you are in a fight. These 3 commands that I'm gonna give you are really important for new players to learn and get used to, because this will really save your life and time. Press C to discard item instantly, whether it's in a raid or stash. Press Ctrl click to transfer item in your inventory or transfer item to a stash or a character body. You can press Alt click to equip item instantly from a stash or from an enemy body. Not many people know about this, but you can press tab and interchange windows in Tarkov, such as if I press tab, it will take me to the previous screen, and if I press tab again, it will take me to the previous screen that I was already in. Same goes for flea market, trader, and character, even preset. So yeah, this will save a lot of time for you. You can also press F5 to refresh flea market. As a beginner player, I would really suggest having quick slots, stamina stands, and health condition to always show, as you would always be aware of what's happening with your character, what you have equipped and what you have not. I would really recommend having this option called double click item quick use to end raid only, so you do not use items by double clicking in your stash. You can press tilde to open the console. In console, you can type different commands to show statistics of what Tarkov is using on your PC. Here's the list of commands that you can use. You can pause the video to see what the statistics are. And that is all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this, found something useful, found something informative. If you did, click like, subscribe, and share button. It really means a lot. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section below. There's lots of controls to go through. I would really recommend to practice this controls actively and not passively. This will allow your brain to understand what controls are here and what controls are not, so that you can get used to these controls quickly and survive more raids. Next video will be about medical system in Tarkov, where I'll be explaining how to heal, what different types of heals are there, and how to use them in different situations. And thanks again. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.